You asked it correctly. Yes, given the current circumstances, yes, I would. But reality is also that any politician, I have not seen a politician yet who, when faced with the choice of being part of the local executive body and going to parliament, chose for the latter. We haven't seen it. That's the reality. So by telling, for example, by asking the leader of the NA, are you going to parliament? Are you personally going to parliament? I am merely convinced that his answer would be, under the current circumstances, no, because it is not expected, highly unlikely, that Commissioner William Allen or Commissioner Franz Richardson will give up their post in the Executive Council of St. Martin to go to Parliament. I, holding a position in the Island Council, which can be combined with the post of Member of Parliament, yes.
Commissioner, we have the parliamentary elections. We're talking about going to Parliament. So let me ask you, what are you telling the people, or what will you be telling the people in the campaign, why they should vote for you, vote for the Democratic Party?
The reason for saying come out and vote in this parliamentary election is because we consider it important that in the next parliament, very short-lived parliament, that St. Martin has representation. So our reason for telling the people of St. Martin, you need to come out and vote. We understand the frustration of the people to have to vote again for a parliament of the Netherlands Antilles, but this parliament that will only last until the new statuses go into effect is going to be the one to tie up the loose ends. It is also public knowledge that when it comes to the constitutional process and country status in particular, the Democratic Party has stood at the cradle of this movement. When it was not the most popular thing and persons were still interested in a continuation of the Netherlands Antilles, we didn't waver. We took, if you can call it a defeat, when in 1994, the people, with the support of the then SPA, supported to remain within the Netherlands Antilles. That was not the position of the Democratic Party. It was not the position of Cyril Westcott-Williams. The people spoke differently. The people spoke for remaining within the Netherlands Antilles, and we continued the process and the call for constitutional change. Especially after some of the major hurricanes that we experienced, and in my opinion, people came to realize that, you know, the central government in Willemstad really has an influence on what happens and what does not happen on St. Martin, especially where economic measures were concerned and where the people were feeling it in their pocket. And so, after several calls for a new referendum and the referendum in 2000, the vote in 2000, the Democratic Party has remained steadfast and focused. In fact, in that process, the Democratic Party and I in particular basically threw everything into that process in terms of getting for the people of St. Martin what they voted for in 2000. When we consider that when we started out in 2000, we started out from the premise of especially the Dutch government saying to St. Martin, no, absolutely not, under no circumstances, to where we came today with their involvement, their support. Then this is our reason for saying, if you want this process to be finalized in the right manner, then those most committed and who have shown this to the process are the ones to complete it.
Thank you, Commissioner.
You're welcome.